at once. In a land woven from whispers and mist, in a marsh stitched with silver reeds, there lived a princess who collected echoes. Her name was Leora, and she believed every sound had a soul, a life of its own that deserved to be cherished. So she kept them carefully, tending to them like a gardener tends to their rarest flowers. She captured the bright, bubbling sound of laughter in delicate glass jars, letting it dance in the sunlight. The deep, rolling rumble of thunder was stored in heavy brass bowls, its power contained and respected, and the most precious sounds of all, the secrets whispered between friends, were folded gently into tiny paper boats set to sail on the still waters of her imagination. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in shades of violet and gold, Leora was out in the marsh. She wasn't searching for a new sound, but chasing an old one, the soft, rhythmic echo of her own footsteps. She loved how the earth remembered her passing, if only for a moment. As she followed the fading sound deeper among the reeds, she came upon a small clearing. And there, sitting on a mossy stone as if waiting for her, was a toad. This was no ordinary toad. He wore a tiny, intricate crown woven from glistening pondweed, and his eyes held a wisdom far older than his small form suggested. Leora expected him to croak for help, perhaps to beg for a kiss, to break a curse, as the old tales so often told. But he didn't. Instead, he croaked for something far more unusual, for silence. His voice was a low, gravelly sound, full of a strange, ancient sorrow. Leora, who understood the language of sounds better than anyone, knelt down, her curiosity piqued. She waited, offering him the gift of her quiet attention. The toad seemed to appreciate this. After a long moment, he spoke, his voice no longer a simple croak, but a raspy whisper. "I was once a prince," he said, his pondweed crown dipping slightly. "A prince of a kingdom that valued beautiful lies over difficult truths. And I," he sighed, a sound like rustling leaves, "I spoke too much truth. A sorcerer, tired of my honest words, cursed me to this form, condemned to live where only the wind would hear my voice." He looked at Leora, his gaze direct. He didn't want to silence me forever. He wanted me to be forgotten. Leora's heart, which was so attuned to the souls of sounds, felt a pang of empathy for the forgotten prince. She understood the pain of not being heard, of having your essence fade into nothingness. She looked at her collection of echoes, thinking of the vibrant lives they held. She had never given one away before. They were her treasures. But the toad story touched her deeply. She saw a fellow keeper of memories, a guardian of what was real. So she offered him a bargain, a trade of one kind of magic for another. "I will give you one of my echoes," she proposed, her voice soft but clear. "A sound with a soul, something powerful and true. In return, you must become the guardian of this marsh. You will guard it from forgetfulness, ensuring that the stories of the reeds and the songs of the water are never lost." The toad looked at her, his dark eyes considering her offer. He seemed to understand the weight of her proposal. It wasn't about breaking a curse anymore. It was about creating a new purpose. After a moment of deep contemplation, he gave a single, decisive croak of agreement. Trusting him, Leora reached into the satchel where she carried her most portable sounds. She chose carefully, bypassing the gentle whispers and the thunderous roars. She sought out something specific, something pure and powerful. She found it, a small corked bottle that glowed with a faint golden light. Inside was the echo of her bravest laugher sound from a time she had faced her deepest fear and won. It was a sound of courage, joy, and unwavering strength. She uncorked the bottle, and the sound flowed out, not as a noise, but as a shimmering liquid light. She carefully poured it into the toad's open mouth. A brilliant warmth spread from him, illuminating the entire clearing in a soft, golden hue. The air filled with the phantom sound of her brave laughter, echoing not just through the marsh, but through the very being of the toad, and at once he began to change. But it was not the transformation anyone would have expected. His skin did not smooth out, his limbs did not lengthen, and he did not rise up as a handsome prince. No, the magic of the echo worked in a different, more profound way. The toad changed into something rarer, something the world needed more than another prince. He became a storyteller. His croaks, once filled with sorrow, now became rich and melodic. They carried stories. With each croak, a tale unfolded. He told the story of the ancient trees and their deep roots, of the fireflies and their silent dances, of the water lilies opening to the morning sun. His voice became the memory of the marsh. His tales rooted the reeds more firmly in the soil. They stilled the restless waters, and they taught every living thing in that ecosystem how to remember itself, how to hold onto its own history. The curse wasn't broken, it was repurposed. The prince, who was silenced for speaking truth, now gave voice to the truth of the entire marsh. Leora watched, a gentle smile on her face. She returned to her castle feeling lighter, not from having given away a treasure, but from having planted one where it could grow. Her collection of echoes in their jars and bowls suddenly seemed a little less important than the living, breathing library she had just helped create. She had learned a profound lesson that day, a truth that most fairy tales missed. Not every curse needs to be broken, and not every toad secretly wishes to be a prince. Sometimes, a curse is just an opportunity for a different kind of story to begin. And sometimes, the greatest magic of all isn't about transforming back into what you once were, but about becoming who you were always meant to be. Sometimes, it is more than enough, simply to be heard. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, remember to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves a good tale. We'll see you next time.